So, Final Fantasy 16 is really coming, isn't it? Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video, okay? Enjoy. What is up guys, this is Andy Matrix, and today I got something pretty interesting. So I'm just doing some catching up on Final Fantasy, seeing what the next game's gonna be like. And I came across this. So first of all, I found it through this article on VH24, 24/7, which is basically a news outlet about basically video games, mainly video games, right? And they were saying that Final Fantasy 16 placeholder account appears on Twitter, right? And so I went on to Twitter to look it up, and it is in fact on Twitter. And here's the interesting thing. So the handler, the name handler, is FF16, which Final Fantasy 16 _JP, which stands for Japan. So this means that they're going to have this is the Japan account, right? So I'm thinking right now it says these tweets are protected, so the account has been created, but it hasn't been completely launched. They haven't launched it yet. That means that yes, it is in development and they are creating it. And because I mean, think about it. If this was like a regular account, like let's say some internet troll decided to make a Final Fantasy 16 account on Twitter, they wouldn't just lock it, right? They would want to get attention. But Square Enix likes to prepare themselves for a launch, of course. So this is why I say this is legit, and it actually started in August 20th. They joined on August 20th, so that means that they are either ready to start developing Final Fantasy 16, or they're already in the middle of it. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Square Enix, they do things quietly, and I mean, hopefully, I want this to be a surprise. There's not gonna be any leaks. Any recent videos, if you go back to some of my videos, I've also talked about how Final Fantasy 16, the creator, they said that they don't want any technology in it. In other words, it's not going to be sci-fi, it's going to be fantasy. So it's not going to be science fantasy like Final Fantasy 15, which fucking sucked, or Final Fantasy 13, which, people had a lot of issues with it, but it was an okay game. The last few science fantasies that I really like was Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 8, and Final Fantasy, then that's it. And Final Fantasy 7 is a science fantasy. But this one, Final Fantasy 16, is going to be 100% epic fantasy. That means little to very minimal technology, probably like technology created with wood, like wooden technology, like technological weapons for war and things like that. But there's not going to be any no airships. There's not going to be any airships. Most likely, I'm just guessing. There's probably not going to be any no electric vehicles, things like that. So mainly they're probably gonna have like probably gonna be traveling in some type of creature, maybe like a dragon or something. Or if there is an airship, it's probably gonna be something like Final Fantasy 9, where like it's minimal technology. It's kind of like steam technology that the trains use. Yes, steam technology, a little bit of maybe steampunk, I guess. But they're not gonna go. I'm really hoping it's something more along the lines of being prehistoric, like prehistoric fantasy, like with the cavemen and things like that. I mean, how would that work? That would be really interesting, and I can't wait to see it. But anyways, that is all I had to say for this video. Final Fantasy 16 does have a legitimate Twitter account. You can check it out yourself. You can Google it. And anyways, so leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscription button below. And this is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching, guys. See you later.